Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing an art journal page with a distress ink background. I've also used distress oxide inks and I'm using a stencil from Stencil Girl and the crazy flower stamps from Rubber Dance. I'm working in a watercolor art journal. It has some watercolor paper in it, but that's not the best. And I don't use any gesso when I work with distress inks because that doesn't work. I take the ink pad and squish it to my glass plate so I can easily pick up the colors. I've dried the background with my heat tool and I'm going in with a flower stencil from Stencil Girl, and I'm using a makeup sponge to apply the ink to my background. I'm using the same green I've used before. I want to add some more texture to the background, so I picked the Rubber Dance Grungy Circles, and this time I'm using the stamp with the Distress Oxide version of the crushed olive I've already used. And the reason for that is that the Distress inks don't stamp very good. As they have no pigments, it's only a dye ink. It doesn't apply very good to the stamp. And the oxides work much better. With the ink that's left on my stencil, I'm stamping with the stencil to the background. This also adds some interesting texture. I decided to add some flowers to my page, so I stamped the Rubber Dance Crazy Flowers to watercolor paper, and I will color them in with the distress inks. To get the ink into my lid of the stamp pad, I press the closed stamp pad firmly together, and then I have some ink to pick up with a watercolor brush. I wanted to create a frame around my page, and for that I'm using one of the grungy borders and stamp it with Versafine Clair Ink. for some more texture, I'm picking the Rubber Dance Mix a Sentiment stamp set number 2 and I stamp it randomly to the background. I use a black fine liner to give my flowers some stamps. I'm lining up the corners of the leaf with the grid on my acrylic block. I picked a darker green of the Distress inks and color in the leaves so they stand out more from the background. Finally, I'm gluing down all my flowers and I'm creating a sentiment with our Mix a Sentiment stamp sets and the journal words. I just stamped them to some light pattern paper and cut the words out that I need, and I adhere those to my art journal page. To make them stand out even more, I frame them with a fine liner and add a little bit of shadow with a black watercolor pencil. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I hope you see us next time. Bye!